Hey guys, what's going on? Inception here, and welcome to another video. Ladies and gentlemen, we have the new Team of the Season Lukaku card released today. It is the new SBC, I believe, that's around 200k worth, right? So, big thanks to the community for allowing me to do these reviews, because if it wasn't for you guys, a lot of these cards wouldn't even be on my channel right now. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's take a look at this card. He is a 6'3" player with medium work rates, left-footed, with 3-star skill moves and a 4-star weak foot. Okay, so obviously with the skill moves part not being there, not necessarily a huge deal because of the fact that he at least has the weak foot. It'd be nice if he had like a 5-star to compensate for the fact that he doesn't have the 4-star skill moves, but EA definitely could have given him a 4-star skill move upgrade because of his lack of dribbling stats. In regards to traits, he has the power header trait, but it really depends on your game style, whether or not you guys actually like to cross the ball. I don't often cross the ball too much in this game because it's not really one of the most effective ways to score. So, and I've never really enjoyed crossing anyways, right? In regards to this card's actual stats, guys, there's a lot of things that are kind of all over the place, right? But we are looking at a card that has 80 acceleration with 99 sprint speed. His shooting stats are essentially perfect, but he doesn't have long shots, but he at least has volleys, which is good because if he doesn't have the long shots, it's not that it's impossible to take long shots with him. Long shots are very inconsistent anyways, right? So it's more important that he has the attacking positioning, the finishing, and the shot power to play well in the team. His passing abilities are actually kind of solid as well. He actually has some pretty decent passing stats. With 94 curve, you're giving him long passing boosts, short passing boosts, all the fun stuff, right? Now, here's where the problem with this card is in regards to how the gameplay kind of plays out, and it's obviously going to be his dribbling. Now, you can increase his dribbling with the engine chemistry style to a 70 for balance and to a 76 for agility. Now, the important thing here is that his base card stats of 99 reactions, 91 ball control, 99 dribbling, and 99 composure could actually compensate really well for it. Now, with a card like Lukaku, he has to have really good off the ball movement. If he's going to be a target man oriented striker, it's not necessarily going to be ideal because he's not going to be that responsive in the dribble to even lay off the pass to other people. However, he will have the strength and the composure to kind of like body out some other players. So we'll see how he plays in game. I'm pretty good at adjusting to a player's playstyle anyway, so it's not necessarily a huge deal. But yeah, the dribbling is obviously something that we have to test out in game because of the inconsistent gameplay and whatnot. Very important to check that out. He has 81 jumping. He's 6'3". You don't have to worry too much about his jumping. He does have 86 stamina, so the instruction of stay forward, stay central will be perfect for this card because he won't really deplete in stamina too much. But important thing with this card, again, is the fact that he actually has 99 strength with 99 heading accuracy. Now, in regards to the chemistry styles you can give this card, I'll let you guys know if his dribbling still feels kind of generic because people on Footbin have actually also decided to give him a shadow chemistry style just because it actually gives him the plus 15 for acceleration. So the thing that we're going to be testing is obviously off the ball movement. Is he going to get into space really quickly when he sees it? Because we were using Leon's card the other day, and in a lone striker position, he wasn't really doing that much for me. Now, some people said that they liked the card, but I always give my honest opinion on whether or not I like the card. A card like this, because of the poor dribbling, should have the outside foot shot trait and the finesse shot trait, but unfortunately he doesn't have either of those, right? In regards to how we were going to be lined up in game, it is going to look like this. We're going to be using the 4-2-3-1 with pressure on heavy touch, 4 and 3. I've been using these tactics. These are from Ranners. I've really been enjoying them, to be honest with you, just because of how the team kind of moves and how it actually fits for the formation. Just because they're off the ball movement and whatnot, right? But Lukaku will go ahead and use in the striker position. Dries Mertens will use over on the sides. Jota will use in the cam position, and then Blanc with Frankie de Jong as a CDM's perfect. We'll have stay back while attacking for the fullbacks, cover center, stay back while attacking for the CDMs. The left and right cam is going to be on get into the box for the cross. And then Lukaku is going to be on stay central, stay forward, with Diogo Jota also on stay forward. So it should be very interesting to test out the squad like this because it's actually very well balanced in the other areas of the team, right? Especially with Theo being on stay back while attacking and stuff too. So yeah, let's get into a game, see how he plays. I'm just hoping he's going to be usable because Rafael Leão had like literally no off the ball movement. Like it was really irritating. But hopefully this Lukaku compensates really well for it. All right, guys. So we'll switch to our 4-2-3-1. Let's see how he plays in game. Let's see what his dribbling is like. Yeah, the responsiveness is really, it's really, really not there in regards to like really responsive left stick dribbling. So that is something that you're gonna have to compensate for. Like you can kind of feel like your left stick's kind of coming off really nicely with some other players, but with him, it's gonna take a little while. But even though his left stick dribbling is a little bit late, you can see how big he is in game. So that physical presence is gonna be a big thing with this card because so far, the off the ball movement with him is actually not bad. Touch. Yeah, he still feels really, really heavy in those types of situations, right? So we kind of have to play more to his characteristics and kind of like laying the ball off to other people and whatnot. Like we can't really dribble really quickly to open up the space for ourselves. So we kind of have to play with his off-the-ball movement and with his physical presence. You have to sometimes do that with certain strikers and whatnot, right? So far, he's playing the stay central, stay forward role really well. So no complaints in regards to that. That's what I'm going to be doing the most with this card, right? Is utilizing his physical presence and then dribbling instantly to open up the space for other people. You can see that even on the stay central instruction, he's actually making those runs instantly. But it almost seems like I may have to take out the stay central instruction. It almost feels like it's kind of like limiting the card for making those specific runs. So we'll keep experimenting with that because some strikers are different in regards to that, right? See, even in that situation right there with the weird animations, you can see that his physical presence was a hugely noticeable thing right there, right? And this guy's leaving, so... Alright, guys, so I don't really like the way that he's moving on stay central, stay forward. I do notice these things really quickly with these types of cards, right? So we're going to go ahead and take off stay central on him because it might be limiting his actual potential in game. So we'll go ahead and take that off and see how he plays now. Even if I take off stay central, he doesn't use those runs right there. So he's a really target man-oriented striker. Made that run right there, but that one was a little bit pointless right there. I think the medium work rates might actually be screwing this card a little bit, but we'll see what's up. It doesn't feel like he's utilizing space that well, even without the stay central instruction. So there you go. That's a good run to make right there, actually. So then you can play off the cams right here in this situation, something like that, right? Like doing a run like that is completely fine because other players will utilize the middle position instantly, right? So. Yeah, so in that situation right there, obviously when you have good off-the-ball movement in other areas of the pitch, you can see that his dribbling is not super responsive. But when you have other players that utilize empty space really, really nicely, Lukaku can play off of that, right? And with the increased passing abilities that he gets on this card, he's able to make a nice little simple pass right there. Sometimes a simple pass just gets screwed over when you don't have good passing stats. So he did a good job there, in all fairness. What does he do over here off my skill move? Touch. L trigger touch. Off balance right there. Yeah, balance really, really noticeable. It should have been like one of those things where like he should have been able to use his strength against that guy, right? Because it's one of his characteristics that should be good, but it's kind of sloppy to get into that situation really quickly. A little interception right there, Lukaku. Play off of the guys making those runs. What do you do over here? You make that run. Do you play off my skill move? Okay, he kind of goes back into position quickly here. Offers his support at the bottom here. That guy makes the run upwards. So that's not necessarily great off-the-ball movement that I'd prefer to have in my team, but you kind of have to work off of it sometimes, right? Irrelevant run to make right there. He should have played off of my skill move right there. But he ran. It's okay. Touch, touch, body feint, shot from that angle. Not a bad strike in all fairness. Those aren't like high percentage shots, but he took a solid shot right there. This is going to be a heading presence thing here. Oh, he put too much cross on it. Or too much power on it, excuse me. Okay, so he chooses to aggressively make that run there. So I don't like the choices that he's making in regards to the options he's choosing to make the runs. I'm not a huge fan of. I want to see, because of his medium work rates, I want to see if he plays off of target man well, right? I want to see if the players around him play better, you know? Yeah, so let's just go to the instructions here. We're going to have him on stay forward, obviously, but he's on balance right now. So we're going to try him as a target man back into the opponent and ask for the ball to the feet. So that way other attackers around him can kind of play off of him, right? So that should be an interesting thing to try out. We're going to keep these guys on balance as well, just to see what they're like moving into certain positions. And then we'll just keep Diogo Jota up front. So yeah, see how that plays out. Sometimes with the target man instruction, they actually do make runs anyways. So he is doing runs. They're just not the best types of runs, right? So see, still makes a run right there. You guys see what I'm talking about? Sometimes the target man instruction is really good for people who are kind of playing super defensive, because if the player is off the ball move and plays well with the instruction you set on him, he's going to utilize empty space just like that, because he was putting his body in front of the dude right there. But then it's those first time shots you got to kind of aim for, right? Like I was saying in the review, when you use players like this, you kind of have to work off their off the ball movement the most. And then when you're attacking with them, you can't really do any dribbles with them, right? You have to focus on what you can use their strengths with, right? So there's a guy free up top. Nice cross. Let's see if we get a touch on it. We don't get the touch on it. You know what the problem with his sprint speed is, right? The fact that it's 99 is completely irrelevant to how you need to play with this card. Because of most people playing super defensive in this game anyways, you just have to work off of his physical presence the most, you know? Like, you don't really want to utilize his sprint speed unless you get into situations like that where it's like kind of obvious that you could do it, but it's not going to be a thing that's incredibly noticeable, right, on the card. I shot that ball instantly because I was trying to... I made the last second pass, which actually worked, but I forgot that because I did like a last second switch in my head, and then I still pressed the circle button with the A pass, you know? So I was like, no! And I didn't cancel quick enough either. Okay, watch this run, see? But not super aggressive, you see what I'm saying? Like, that's how you have to kind of play off of this card. Like, that wasn't a bad run right there. It wasn't the most ideal, but it's the characteristics that you're working with in regards to the card, right? That run right there. It takes him a little while, but he utilizes it at some point, right? Play off of this. Wait for that. Get into the space. He's not playing right now, but I'm just showing you guys some of the off-the-ball movement you have to wait for. You can see that he's not aggressive in regards to running into those spaces, right? So that's how you have to kind of play with the card, is first-time shots, first-time dribble, touch, pass, right? Like, that's the... like, kind of like a realistic thing, really. Alright guys, so final verdict on this Lukaku card is that obviously, in my opinion, it's never ever worth the price of 207k because of the fact that his agility, balance, and acceleration is far too low for what the game is nowadays, right? His dribbling is very sloppy, not really that responsive. However, you can make this card work, right? When I do play reviews, guys, I will always let you guys know whether the card is worth doing from a meta standpoint, whether like he's some sort of hidden beast, right? He's not any sort of hidden beast at 207k. If you do end up unlocking this card, it is mostly going to be for sentimental value or just wanting a striker that kind of feels realistic in the sense of using him as a target man-oriented striker that has a physical presence that likes to dribble, pass off, kind of like a lot of strikers do in real life, and how Lukaku kind of plays in real life too, right? Just dribble, pass, first touch, pass, like that type of realistic striker. So in regards to chemistry styles, I gave him the engine chemistry style. It didn't really improve the dribbling, but obviously the balance and the agility being improved is always a beneficial thing, because if it feels not great right now, it's going to feel even worse if you don't upgrade it, right? So that's going to be a beneficial thing. His passing is actually quite solid with the engine chemistry style boost, so that was pretty nice to have. The pace on the card with 85 acceleration. The sprint speed part is really, really irrelevant because of his body type and because of the types of runs that he makes. He's not an aggressive runner by any means, so he's not really going to utilize empty space that quickly. Like, when there was an empty space that I saw, he kind of took a while to go into that space instantly. However, when he does actually get into that space and you do a first-time shot with his 4-star weak foot or his regular strong foot, which is his left foot, his finishing is actually quite consistent. He does those like dip power shots, right? Because of the 98 finishing and 99 shot power, right? So, you know, for me personally, I was using him on the stay forward target man instruction, just that, and he was playing significantly better with that. So I'm just teaching you guys how you should probably utilize the card in regards to his characteristics in game, but obviously the card is way too expensive for what he offers in game. He's not that good, right? And it's very, very obvious before you even unlock the card. So hopefully you guys enjoy this review. Thank you guys so much for allowing me to make these videos. The community definitely really, really helpful with this kind of stuff. So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed it. I'll catch you guys for the next video. Peace out, dudes. Love you guys. I'm pretty sure my Serie A reviews for most of the cards will start on like the Sunday or the Monday, because that's when, or the Monday, excuse me, because that's when the cards, I think they drop in price. That's what my dude was telling me. So we'll see who we can get by then, all right? Peace out, dudes. Love you guys.